In our next section, we're going to discuss a feature that is going to make your boss very, very happy, and the systems administrators want to take you out to lunch. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to give everybody more bandwidth between the devices for higher throughput. The idea behind ether channeling is to take redundant spanning tree links that have foreign blocking ports and things like that, and they're going to take that redundancy, bond it together, and it's actually going to fool spanning tree into thinking that two ports are actually one. The benefit behind this is it's not only going to increase the throughput between devices, it's also going to allow you to regulate who does what and where. So there's ways you can load balance and choose based on source and destination MAC address what's going on. Everything we're going to do here looks like it's going to be layer 2 ether channel. We're going to use layer 2 negotiation and set it up. So between switches 1 and 2, 1 and 3, and 2 and 4. So basically what we're going to do is if we take this guy, we're going to do bonding between here and here. So we're going to add a link between here and here. We're going to do here, this is 14 on both devices. Then we're going to do 13 between switch 1 and switch 3. Let's not break the bank here. We're going to do 13 and 14. We're going to do this guy right here. And the port we're going to connect in here, we've got, we're going to bond here, and then we're going to do 2 and 4. So between here and here, we're going to do these. Now it's allowing us to do no negotiation, PAGP, which is Cisco proprietary, and LACP. PAGP stands for the Port Aggregation Protocol. That's why the G is little. It's aggregating. That's basically what we're doing. We're taking two 100 megabit connections, or two 1 gigabit connections, or two 10 gigabit connections, and you're bonding the bandwidth together. So instead of being two 100 megabit connections, it's one 200 megabit connection. So we're going to start on switch 1. This stuff is actually pretty easy to configure. That's why I'm going to walk you through it step by step. It's actually really easy. We have to shut the ports down in order for this to work, though. So it's going to be kind of tedious to get it running. So what we're going to do is on switch 1, we're going to do a show CDP Neighbors. And I'm going to pause the video just for a second. Alright, I just had to blow it up. So right now what we have is switch 2, 13, and 14. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to global config mode. We're typing interface range fast 0/13 through 14. I'm going to shut the port down. The reason I'm doing that is because you could potentially get a MAC flapping if you don't shut the port off. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in channel group 13 or 12. Now I'm going to say mode is on. When we get into the next ones, I'll explain what the negotiation is and how each one of them does it. So I'm going to do that. Now it's creating port channel 12. Now I'm going to jump over to switch 2 as soon as I find the console cable for it. Okay, I'm going to jump over to switch 2 to get this guy running. And I'm going to do interface range fast 0/13 and 14. I'm going to type this command in right here. There. Now that configures it. I'm going to drop out of here, and I'm going to do show IP interface brief. It's going to show that it's down for the moment, only because of the fact of 16 and 17 are down. That might explain some things. So we have the port channel is down because we turned it off on switch 1. So I'm going to jump back over to switch 1. Oh, it hung up on me. And I'm going to do a no shut. Bring this back up. Now it brings that up. Now we should have port channel 1 is up. Let's do a show IP interface brief to see if it's actually up or if it's just spoofing with me. It shows that it's up. We're going to do show Etherchannel Summary, and we're going to see that it is layer 2. It is in the in-use position, and both ports are bundled. So if we do a show spanning tree, now it's going to show port channel 12. It's going to have a high priority, and it's going to be the root. It should be the master because it's got a really good priority, or a really good cost, I should say. So that is how you do that. Now I'm going to do the same thing between switch 1 and switch 3 now. So I'm going to do a show CDP Neighbors, NEI, and switch 1, 21 and 22. And that's 14 and 13 respectively on the other end. So I'm going to go to global config, I'm going to type in interface range, fast exit of 0/21 through 22, and I'm going to type in, this is going to use PAGP, so I'm going to use channel protocol, and I'm going to choose PAGP. Hit this, I'm going to do channel group, GR, 13. The channel number is arbitrary. That does not make any difference. I'm going to hit mode, and I'm going to do a couple things here. Actually, one on this device, one on the other. When it comes to this, it says PAGP here and PAGP here. Now, desirable means I want to become PAGP. Auto means it doesn't matter to me, whatever you say. So this guy is going to be more of the passive. This guy is going to be the active. I wish I would have done that by default, but I'm going to type in desirable on this side and do that. So that's going to create that interface. Now I'm going to jump over to switch 3 and do the exact same thing. And I'm going to go config T, and I'm going to type in interface. What was that one? 13 and 14. Interface range fast 1/0/13 through 14. I'll type in channel protocol was PAGP. Channel group is 13. This incomplete command. Oh yeah, mode is going to be, and I'm going to choose. I chose desirable on that side, so I'm going to choose auto on this side. Now I'm going to jump back over to switch 1. You should be just as fluent with this as me. No shut here. Jump out of global config, back to privilege mode, and momentarily when the port comes back up, we should be in good shape. So there comes show IP interface brief. We should have 2 port channels, 12 and 13. Each one should be up, and they are. Show Etherchannel Summary, and we're good to go. So that's that. Let's check on switch 3, make sure it's up, and show Etherchannel Summary, and we have PAGP, we're layer 2 and we're up, so that's good. Show spanning tree is going to confirm that. So we have 13, and there we have it. So everything's working the way it needs to be working. Did I not? I guess I didn't. Config T, spanning tree, MST configuration. Name is DBM INC. Revision is 10. Instance 1 is VLANs 10, 30, and 50. Instance 2 is VLAN 20, 40, and 60. Instance 3 is VLAN 100, 200, and 300. The only reason I did that is because I noticed that there was only one instance of spanning tree. It shouldn't have been that way. So that is everything here. Show Etherchannel Summary, and so we're still good to go. Now I'm going to go back to switch 1 because that is our other, or no, switch 2. We're going to go to switch 2, and we're going to configure this to work between switch 4 and switch 2. And this is saying LACP, which is the open standard. So I'm going to type in show CDP Neighbors, and I'm going to say switch 4, 21, and 22. Turn those interfaces off. Interface range fast0/21. 22. I'm going to do shut. And then I'm going to say channel protocol is going to be LACP. Channel group 24 is going to be mode. This is going to be the active device. And now, switch 4 may not have the capability of going that high in numbering. We'll check when we get there. So I'm going to jump over to switch 4. Use switch 3 to get there. I'm going to telnet 192.168.1.64 Cisco. I'm going to do show CDP Neighbors. Who do I need to connect to? He's not detecting it. 2 is connecting to what interface is that? Oh, that's because I shut them down. That's why. Who's that? 20, 21 and 22 connects to, what is that? I can't even read it. It's so small. 18 and 19. Because right now we don't see switch 2. So we're going to do 18 and 19. Config T interface range fast0/18 through 19. We're going to use channel protocol is going to be LACP. Channel group, and we have to do a question mark. It only supports 6 group numbers, so we're going to use 2 to signify back to router or switch 2. We're going to use mode is going to be, what did I use for that one? Active. This one's going to be passive. So now it creates the port channel. I'm going to jump back over to switch 2. There's switch 2. And I'm going to go, that was 20, 22, 23, 24. So that's show run, or show IP interface brief. I can't remember what port I shut off. 16, no, it's not 16, 17. 21, 22. So config T, interface range fast0/21, 22, no shut. Cannot bundle. Oh, okay. That's one thing about this. It has to be the same. Is the trunking has to be the same. The speed and duplex has to be the same. So it says interface. We're gonna go back to this guy. Type in switch port trunk and cap.1q switch port mode trunk. So now we jump down here and do show is up, so I'm just waiting for the port channel to come up. Okay, so it's on switch 4 we have the issue now because I see the orange light. So we're going to jump over to switch 3 to get the 4, and we're going to see what's up with that one. I'm going to do show IP interface brief. Show CDP Neighbors. It says that it's up. Show Etherchannel Summary. 19 PD. What does PD mean? Import channel, but it is default port. S means it is layer 2, but it is suspended. Okay, so show run interface fast 0/19. Okay. Debug. Etherchannel. Oh, I'm not sure what the problem is here. Show interface statuses. Well, let's see, we have, what port is that? 18 and 19. Not connected. Okay. Config T interface fast Ethernet 0/19. Shut it. And then no shut it. Oh, I'm telling that it in, so term mon. Okay. That's a whole lot of output. Okay. That is a lot of output. Get FE channel, fast Etherchannel port. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so I'm gonna U all out of this. U all. Hopefully that'll break me out of this. Worst case scenario, I can. It might take a second for this to clear because of the fact that I've got so much coming out. That's why sometimes it's easier just to debug to the console or to the logging buffer. If I have to clear the line, I will. And it should be breaking here pretty quick. Alright, it only took a few seconds for it to break. So I'm getting a few things here. Not part of channel. So show Etherchannel Summary. It says it's suspended. And I don't know why. Could just be an older switch. You may not be able to. Well, it's supposed to be able to support it. Suspended. P and D default port. What does that mean? Okay, let's pause. I'm gonna pause the video and go research this a little. Alright, so after just a couple of minutes of doing some troubleshooting here, I was gonna just try to figure it out on the fly. I'm not really getting anywhere. Go back over here, show Etherchannel Summary. Alright, so basically what I have is 18 and 19. I was getting a lot of weird outputs. Like here we have 19 is 0. So I turned DTP no negotiate off on both sides. I can hard coded them. So if we were to do a show interface fast Ethernet 0/18, show run. I've got it set up to where trunk port, no negotiate, 100 meg, all this good stuff. And then I did the same thing over on switch 2, try to get it to come up, and show run interface fast 0/21 and 22. So they're both set up the same. Promo trunk, yep. Minus couple small issues. But now if we do a show Etherchannel Summary, now we're getting, we have a suspended and a in the port channel. So 21. 21 is the issue, but it's on this side now. So show interface. So show Etherchannel detail for, and we're going to go into detail as to why this is doing what it's doing. So let's dig into this and figure out why it's doing it. This is 12. We want to get to 24. Oh, 21 is a trunk, 22 is dynamic. Okay. Show run, show interface. Fast using the 0/22 switch port. And 22 is not dynamic. Let's do 21. What does 21 say? How does that work? 22 is dynamic. Show run interface fast using 0/22. But this 21 is showing me is the issue. What do I have on here that I don't have over here? Spinning tree guard a little bit, but excuse me. That is just weird. What do we do to the up? Alright, so we have 22 is active and in use. 21 is the issue. Unbundled is 21. I gotta figure out why 21 is not bundled. Let's see here. This does it on a per port basis. So 21, what do we have here? Active. Suspended. Probable reason. This trunk 21 is 22 is dynamic. They're both trunk. So we do a show interface status. That's gonna say show 21. They're both hard-coded trunks. Show interface trunk. Show Etherchannel Summary. Suspended. Let's do a bit of research. Why would it be suspended? So we're gonna go take a step back in here. 3550 LACP suspended. Individual suspended. Yeah, just suspended. So why is it suspended? I like how it gives a probable. I don't know if I'm running that big of an image. I think I'm running a bigger image than that. Show port capabilities? Huh. Never saw that one. Show port. Huh. Maybe it's a switch 4 thing. Show port. Huh, nope. Obviously that command isn't. Either it's a really old command or... Oh, that's... Oh, never mind. And let's see here. Minimum version of support. 12.1. Let's do a show ver. 12.1. Oh, it's supposed to be able to support it. 12.1.22. So it's supposed to have support for it. Let's see here. So let's see here. Maybe if I was to bounce the ports, maybe that would help renegotiate. Fast 0/21 through 22. Shut. I don't really know what else to do. And do a no shut. Alright, so it says it's up. Show Etherchannel Summary. Now it's up. Let's see how long it stays up, though. That is going to be the question. Shows that it's up. Let's jump over here to switch 4. See if it says the same thing. Show Etherchannel Summary. Says it's up. Oh, no, wait, no, it says... Okay, so it's layer 2, and it's in use. Big U, U. Okay, so show spanning tree. So it's working. I guess bouncing the interfaces did it. Cool. So it's working now. I guess we can minimize this guy. So that's up, it's running, everything's good to go now. So sometimes I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes you just need to. That's actually one thing that I found out during a lot of configuration. No matter how much config you throw at something, these devices have been getting configured all night long. I wouldn't say heavily configured, just here and there with different things. So it is possible for things just to get hung up when iOS needs to just bounce and come back up. So if that's the case, I'll be happy with that. I'm not going to argue with it. It is what it is. So I'm happy with that outcome. So let's see. Let's go back to our port here. All Ether channels will be .1Q trunks, which they are. So I'm happy with that. Actually, let's make sure. Let's do a show interface trunk. .1Q trunk. Yep. Let's go to switch 1, which is right here. We have a desirable. Okay. Who is oh, that's because I set it to that. Let's do a show Etherchannel Summary. This is going to be a PAGP. So show. We have 21 and 22 going to switch 3. So show run interface fast 0/21. Dynamic desirable. Okay, I just didn't set it. 22. Dynamic desirable. So what I'll do is I'll just go to these interfaces and type in interface range fast 0/21 through 22 and type in switch port trunk and cap .1Q switch port mode trunk. Now it's going to fail on that end, which is fine. So we're just going to jump over to switch 3 real quick and make sure that that side is doing the exact same thing. So show, actually let's exit here and show Etherchannel Summary. He is in the show interface trunk. Is he active? He is, no, he is He's good. Cool. Oh, but nothing's... Let's do a... what's the word I'm looking for? We're going to do a... Up. 13 down. Okay. Show Etherchannel Summary. Who's in this link with me? 13, and so he is down. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here, config T, interface range, fast 0/13 through 14. We're going to type in, fast 1/0. We're going to do a switch port trunk a cap.1q, switch port mode trunk. We're going to do a shut, and then we're going to do a no shut. Show Etherchannel Summary. We are back up, down. We're detecting a it's flapping now. I don't know why. Some things are just unexplainable. Down, up. It's up. Show interface trunk. Nothing's being traversed across it. Oh well. It's doing what it is. I don't know why it's flapping. It's got something going on. Wait, W is waiting to be aggregated. Okay. Alright, well, anyway, I spent enough time going through this. I figured out what the problem was. I don't know why this is flapping, but I'll have to figure that out and see what's going on. It is potentially a BPDU issue where it's flapping, but I don't know why. But that is Etherchannel being aggregated between all three devices. So we have bonding. Next one we're going to do is inter-VLAN routing, which should be pretty cool. We're going to get all of our devices to be able to talk to each other, and so on and so forth. I hope this has been informative for you. I want to thank you for viewing.